and the panic flashes. I click go live, but I'm losing control. Did I summon a crane or surrender my soul? Hail, hail to the chaos dreamer. Eris with the golden eyes burning through the ether. Purple and black as my faith turns fever. I'm praying to a glitch, I'm a disciple to a dreamer. Hail, hail to the dark goddess leader. Every bite pulls me deeper, deeper. Eris with the golden eyes. I'm yours, bleed the believer. Bleed the believer. She says my name in a voice like feedback. Every word leaves a scar in the chat. Crowns of thorns made of neon overlays. Every loss is an offering she craves. She hunts in the ping and the packet delay. Turns every crash into thunder and prey. I spell out a prayer in the flood of emotes. Am I holding the mouse or a sacrificial throat? Hail, hail to the chaos dreamer. Eris with the golden eyes burning through the ether. Purple and black as my faith turns fever. I'm praying to a glitch, I'm a disciple to a dreamer. Hail, hail to the dark goddess leader. Every bite pulls me deeper, deeper. Eris with the golden eyes. I'm yours, bleed the believer. Bleed the believer. Go to stare in the loading screen. Are you watching me? 'Cause the carves a crooked rune on my skin, on my skin. If I order for, will you let me leave? Or will you spawn inside my room again? Purple blood on the walls on my hands. Black halo where the headset stands. I gave you my face, you rewrote my name. Dark goddess, Eris devour my game. Hail, hail to the chaos dreamer. Eris with the golden eyes burning through the ether. Purple and black as my faith turns fever. I'm praying to a glitch, I'm a disciple to a dreamer. Hail, hail to the dark goddess leader. Every bite pulls me deeper, deeper. Eris with the golden eyes. Take it all, free my soul. To the reaper.
Hello and welcome to the chaos, everybody. It is Dark Goddess Eris, and welcome to the stream. Hold on, you didn't see that right there. Welcome to the stream where usually nothing ever goes my way. Like, for example, today we were running a bit behind, and that is just the chaos of trying to be a streamer. It's not always perfect. Hold on, my camera's a bit high. Perfect. Yeah, so we are going to be doing another episode of Behind the Chaos today with one of my favorite streamers, Bert Spees. He is actually, other than Zyga Cat, he has actually been with the community probably the longest, aside from Cal. Cal obviously was there day one, even before I even like actually started streaming. But he has played a very big part in where I am today. He actually introduced me and Cal to the night shift, and that kind of opened up a whole bunch of doors. He was actually the reason why I hit affiliate. So Average Girl Games gave me the biggest raid, and unfortunately it did not get me to affiliate. And this was when affiliate was a little harder to get than what it is right now. And then when we hit affiliate, or when we were about to hit affiliate, he came in with a few people, and that is how I hit affiliate. So thank you so much to Burt's Bees. Wouldn't be where the channel is right now if it weren't for his help and his community and his little bees. So if you all don't mind, there is a Burt's Beehive check-in. If you guys can all just do that for me today, I'm going to be reaching out to him here in a little bit to get that going. Now, really quickly, alerts will be on, but the sound will be off. And of course, everybody, let's just go ahead and just be so respectful to our guest and to obviously to the host. We're going to be joining our communities together. I appreciate all the redeems, guys, so much. But yeah, also we are at 888 followers, guys. That is insane. We're going to be running the path to 1,000. That is the next goal. So yeah, I am going to be letting ads roll a little bit. The ads end in about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and reach out to him to share stream. Did I get the crown? Ah, I found snackies, but not the crown. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for all those check-ins and those redeems. I love it. I love it so much. Guys, also, we have a wild Essa on the loose. Wild Essa. So if you see her, go ahead and throw a Pokeball at her. Not that we actually have that capability, but you never know. Anyways, so let me go ahead and let's see here. We got about 1 minute and 30 seconds. I just want ads to end before we actually go and join into the podcast. I would like for people not to have to be in ads as soon as we start. To solve that problem, though, you can use your Prime subscription to subscribe to me at no additional charge to you except for what you pay for Prime. And then also, if you want to sub, you can also do that. If you sub, you get put into the little book thing of stickers, whatever. Hey, I can't be caught. No, she can't. She's elusive as ever. She's like a wild Pokemon that just you can never find. Also, I don't know if you guys could see, I was trying to do like a little gold eyeliner here. Or not eyeliner, but like eyeshadow, and then like on top. I don't know if it actually worked. Cal said I looked really cute with it. So also called me out mid looking for the redeem, but I don't know why, but it disappeared. Delays wild again. Oh my gosh, Essa and her delays. If anybody has any kind of chaotic tech issues, it's Essa. But anyways, let's see where we at. Okay, ad break ends in 4 seconds, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and knock on his door. Oh, I can't. Nothing like a good little bit of technical issues. It's the Finland. I'm so far from y'all. You know what? That sounds like a personal problem. I'm just joking. Just joking. um, let's see here. Let's do this. Let me see here. Stream together. Let's invite Bert's. Oh, there we go. Okay. I shared that to him. Okay, perfect. Here we go, guys. Bert's, can you hear me? Oh, he might be still in. Oh, starting soon. Oh, hold on. He was still in starting soon. Oops. Like I said, guys, behind the chaos, this is literally stuff that happens all the time. Uh, if you're not a streamer, expect it when you do start streaming. uh, but yeah, guys, if you're in my channel, make sure you do the Burt's Beehive check-in. So Beehive, okay? That was a bad pun. It was a bad pun. I'm sorry, but I had to do it. I had to do it. Oh, I love this opening for Burt's. This is amazing. Hold on, I have to share this. How do I share? How do I share? Hold on. Just like look at this opening, guys. Look at this. If I could just look at this opening. That's amazing. Well, you guys actually missed like the whole thing. But yeah, you can definitely unmute now. In video, you could definitely unmute now. Hold on, let me get back to this and okay. So at this point,
Hello.
guys, hi, welcome.
Hello.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I was muted.
Oh, okay.
This is the benefit. Oh, look at that, everybody. First off, I love your scene overlay for the tavern. This is the tavern and like what you did for the podcast. So I love that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't have that in my back pocket.
No, I think it's great. You should totally use this a little bit more for like your just chatting and stuff. And I like that you have like a little tumbler and everything. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Also, so everybody, just really quickly, for those of you just joining in, we are not having alert sound. Alerts are on, but the sounds are off. That way, we're not distracting from our guest, Birds Bees. And also, as always, just let's go ahead and remain respectful to both the host as well as the guest of honor for today. For those of you on Bert's side of things, I am Dark Goddess Eris, and welcome to the stream where usually nothing ever goes my way. And that's just because of Eris, the goddess of chaos and discord, taking over stream as per usual. Um, today we just want to get to know Berts. And I was telling my chat that Berts is actually the reason why I hit affiliate. He is the reason my community is where it is today because he was my one of my first followers along with ZygaCat, and he also introduced me to the night shift, which has definitely made things amazing. Yeah, Berts, I don't hear you either. I don't know if he muted.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry.
No.
I
It's
forgot to
fine.
unmute my desktop audio here.
You're fine. You are fine. Okay, so if you guys hear any echoing or anything like that, just let us know in chat, please, and thank you. Without further ado, though, Birds, are you ready? Are you ready to be grilled?
Yes, I believe I am.
Okay. All right, perfect. Well, first things first, your name is not just a play on a brand. Can you tell us who Berts is and how we got the name?
Uh, the name came, well, my name is actually Bert, and I do work with Killer Bees in real life. So the brand name of what you guys know as the chapstick kind of worked side and side with that. So I just decided to make a play on words with that, and that's
And
how it became.
any hopes on getting sponsored yet?
Nope, actually, I wrote them, and they never wrote me back. So
I think
I
that's a missed opportunity in and of itself. MK. Hello. Okay, so your streaming community is very much like a real life beehive, but tell us what the chaos is like being an actual beekeeper now that you've, met. Well, you work with killer bees, so is that the same as a beekeeper?
no, actually, I don't keep bees. I'm an exterminator. They are an invasive species, and they're very aggressive. People and pets die every year from them. So out here, they need to be uh, handled basically, so they get exterminated.
Oh, that's insane. I've never ran into a killer bee, thank goodness, knock on wood. Um, you keep them on your side of the planet, okay?
Yeah, well, they're spreading. I mean, they started. They're actually a man-made mistake, and it
Oh,
started in South Africa or South America. Someone tried crossbreeding European bees and African bees to make a type of bee that would make extra honey, but instead they made this hyper aggressive um,
killer bee.
killer bee. Yeah, so
Oh
they've
gosh.
migrated north since then, and they're actually in most of the United States already.
That's insane. That's a little bit uh
Can
it Neon says your audio keeps going out on your
you hear
side.
me, Neon? I should have made a source for just this screen because I unmuted my desktop audio, but I figured I might have double mic, so I tried muting my mic to see if it would just play through the desktop audio, but I guess not.
Do you want a little bit of time to fix that or
No, I think I might be low enough on my desktop audio to where it's not interrupting.
okay, perfect. All right. So, have you always decided that you've wanted to work with killer bees or is that just something that has just kind of fell into your lap?
Yeah, I would say the latter. I got laid off from a job, like a call center, because they closed down, and so
Oh
it was
gosh.
like 3 months later. I was like desperately looking for work, and I even applied to this business for like the office position,
Mhm.
and all they had was a technician spot. So, I mean, I said, you know what, I need a job, so let's do it. And I mean, what, 8, 9 years later, I'm still doing it. So.
Do you ever have to work with like regular bees? Like at least removing them or do you call it actual like beekeeper to work with that?
No, so the Africanized bees, they've completely taken over the population here. So all the bees out here are actually Africanized.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That makes me really sad. I'm like
Yes.
petrified of bees. I'm so petrified of bees. But I love seeing them fly around and everything. So I just hearing that makes me really sad actually. So how has working with bees influenced your streaming journey?
I mean, it definitely became the basis for, I guess, my theme
Mm-hmm.
because when I first started, I mean, that's kind of one thing I noticed with streamers is they all have some sort of niche.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I just went with that. I have like a big respect for them, and they're very intriguing creatures. So I figured I would just kind of embrace that.
So did you model yourself after a killer bee or a honeybee or bumblebee?
Uh, that's up to you guys to decide. I guess. I would say just a bee in general.
Okay, so was there ever a moment where you considered changing your brand entirely? Like, what would you suggest to streamers who want to change their identity, like either at the beginning or even midway into their streaming journey?
Well, I actually did do that kind of. I mean, I've
Mm-hmm.
always had this bee theme, but I had a name before I just didn't like because it was like a weird spelling of a. It was Zoom basically, but it was spelled
Yeah.
XUUM. It had 22 on the end, and people just couldn't pronounce it like because it's spelled weird, you know. And then also the numbers on the end is just kind of like I just didn't want that, you know. So
Yeah.
that's when I decided to, I guess, rebrand the name at least and lean more into that bee theme.
Yeah, no, I think it was a very smart choice. So, do you think it's so in our last talk that I had with someone else in my last episode, we talked about changing your brand midway through and we discussed the cons of it, but is there any benefit? Well, obviously there's a benefit. I mean, it's definitely worked out for you, but do you think that there's a benefit to changing, say, halfway through your streaming career, or is it something that should be done at the very beginning?
I mean, I think there is a benefit. Like, you definitely want to enjoy and like your own brand. So if you're not comfortable or if you just don't like the way it's turning out, then I would definitely suggest it. Like I said, I've done it myself. Um, and I mean, you don't want to do it too often because, you know, you want to lock in with that identity.
Right.
But definitely, if it's something you feel that needs to be done, you should trust your gut and go for it.
I think that's a really smart way to think about it because some people who want to change, they either change way too many times or they pick something that they change to and it, as like in your case, it works out really well. It just hits right. And then sometimes it just doesn't hit right at all. So I think that's a really good way to put it. And I think it's something that new streamers should always consider, like you said, if their gut feels right with it and they like it, then and they enjoy who that brand has become, then it's definitely something they should stick with or at least think really hard before they start changing it. So you're also known to use like real life cam moments. Do you prefer being a PNG tuber or a flesh tuber, as I like to call it, thanks to a community member of mine? So-
I have heard that term. I don't know. I don't. I think I prefer using a VTuber. But the like the real like live camera does serve a purpose. Like if I am, for example, like doing challenges for my birthday and I have to eat something, like people aren't gonna just like they want to see that, you know. So
yeah.
I mean, there's definitely a use for that. And then also, occasionally I'll stream my work with the bees. So obviously, that's gonna need the live camera as well. So I use both, but just for casual gaming and collabs and stuff, I like to use the B.
Did you start with the avatar or did you start with the face cam? And what made you decide to go with either option?
I started with a real cam. I mean, back when I first started stream, I had no clue what I was doing, and that's just what I've seen and what I knew what to do. So that's what I did to start.
And then what made you decide to go with the PNG tuber?
I thought it was fun, and also it's just kind of more convenient when it comes. You know, like with the live cam, obviously you have to get ready for it,
Oh
and you
yeah,
know,
exactly.
um, yeah, it's just I don't know. It's easier to maintain, I suppose.
That that makes a lot of sense on days where I just don't feel very like high energy. I'll turn on the ping tuber and just say hello as my little chibi self.
Hmm.
So let me ask you this. Do you think people connect differently with an avatar versus when you're using the real life cam?
Yeah, I think there is. I would. I don't know if one would be more or less than the other, but I think there is a different connection between the two. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I feel like I've broken the mold by doing both. Um, but I don't know. They both serve their purposes. I mean, VTuber can provide certain privacies, and
Yeah.
um, people can also relate more to a real person as well. But either way, like you can make the connection with that person.
See, I always found myself having a little harder time getting more engagement as my PinkTuber than as like myself. And so I always wondered that about you because I did, like you said, you do both and they both serve a great purpose and your chat has always remained, consistent from what I've seen. So I've always been curious about like if you did anything different or if it's just, kind of like the luck of the draw, really.
Yeah, I think I like to try to use my VTuber more, and there's also been kind of challenges I've enjoyed with that, like um, dressing up the VTuber instead of like cosplaying or something. Uh, for like this podcast, for example, like I've made it look like I'm in a recording studio kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's like the kind of fun things I enjoy.
No, and I think you do great. And thank you for correcting me. VTuber, not PinkTuber. Guys, totally completely different things. If you don't know, trust me, I'm still learning. So
Yeah, this one's kind of a hybrid actually. It's like that flat. Um,
2D look, but still
yeah, it has
3D
like
at
the
the same
VTuber
time.
capabilities. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's one thing I enjoy about this model as well. It's kind of unique in that way.
So you've also been making bee merch. Could you tell us what made you
Yes.
go in this direction?
Um, I, I've seen people do a lot of merch, and it's like I'm not, you know, talking down on like just doing the typical like hoodies and cups and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I kind of wanted to like look outside the box with that, and um, I think just this this path that I took with the 3D printing merch is was pretty neat, and it's
I think it was
something
really
that's
smart.
yeah, it's just like I thought it would be nice because you can have it on your desk, and there's different kinds, and it's just like I don't really profit off them either, so it was more of just like kind of a reminder to like keep pushing, keep streaming, and just enjoy yourself, and just a little happy cute reminder sitting on your desk.
Yeah, see, I have my little bee buddy up on my like shelf here. Unfortunately, the handlers were not very kind to him. He's
Oh
broken his
no.
antlers and I tried to fix it, but unfortunately, in the process of trying to fix the antlers or the antennas, is that what they're called? Antennas?
Antenna, yeah.
Yeah, trying to fix them broke it even more. So, he just sits happily on my desk untouched, and I plan to get another one soon because they are just so cute. I
Yeah,
want to
you actually
do.
have one of the first models, like the first one
Yes.
I came out with. Since then, I've changed who makes them, and they're bigger and they're sturdier.
I
Um,
want. I want.
yeah,
See, I want to do like Chibi Eris keychains or like plush dolls. That's what I want to do.
yeah. Actually, before the 3D printing, I looked into like stuffed toys or whatever, stuffed animal or however you say. But it that kind of a path. It was an investment to say the least.
Oh
Like
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
would
It
have to
really
have
is.
like a crowdfunding or something to start it, and then you have to order a mass amount of them.
Yeah, they
Hmm.
want you to order it in like bulk in hopes that you actually are going to sell all of that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're concerned if you sell them, and they want to make sure that they sell theirs and at a
Right, and that you're
reasonable profit.
yeah. It's insanely expensive. It's kind of like you might want to learn how to make your own like plush yourself with how expensive it was from at least from what I saw. So, going back to the streaming journey. You've been streaming from what I saw since 2021. Did you think it would grow this much?
I honestly, I had no idea. Next month is going to be 5 years. Um,
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, I honestly, I never even thought about that when I started. It's just kind of been something I've enjoyed since then. And I recommend anyone that considers wanting to stream to just try it.
So what made you hit go live? Like what kind of made you do that, and what's the dream for Burt's Bees and his community?
I mean, I discovered Twitch because I was looking up videos for a certain game, and it just kind of led me there. Um, and then I met someone, Nam Zombie, who I've known since then and still do to this day. And he just, he just convinced me like it's so fun, you should do it. And
Mm-hmm.
so I gave it a try, yeah. And I mean,
And
it's
here
just
you are.
grown from there.
Is there an end goal that you're trying to reach as a streamer?
I don't think so. I mean, partner would be cool, but it's not like I'm not gonna be pushing for that. I think I enjoy just more of the social aspect of it.
Which honestly is really ironic considering being a bee and all. They're very social creatures.
Yes, definitely.
So I think that's very funny that it turns out that way, that you have the same mindset as an actual bee in that term. Oh, look, you have a water bottle. Yes, hydrate if
Thank
you
you for the
haven't.
hydrate.
So has there ever been a moment where you just wanted to stop streaming altogether?
Honestly, no, never, not even once.
Really?
It's yeah, it's I don't know if it's because I only stream like once a week, pretty much, or anything like that. But like, I don't know. This tends to be my like self care, I guess. So it's more of a reward to me and not a job. So I think once this becomes a job to someone is when they begin to have that burnout.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. If you start treating it like a job when your initial journey was just to go for fun, you start forgetting why you did it to begin with. So, you're a variety streamer. And sorry, I'm looking at my questions here. You're a variety streamer. How do you juggle the different games? Like, do you schedule it or do you wing it?
Wing it is a good way to put it. Yeah, I mean, I think I wing it out of necessity because my schedule in real life is just so crazy. There's so many things to do with like a family, and then I work like 60 something hours a week,
Oh,
and
wow.
so streaming is like opportunistic at best. So out of necessity, it's just what I want to do when I want to do it
And do you
when it comes that
remember
time.
do you remember the first game you streamed and the first game you've ever played? Like, do you remember those two games?
The first game I streamed was, oh god, what is it called? Um, oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's Curse of the Dead Gods. That's what it is.
Oh,
Um,
I don't think I've ever heard of
it's
that.
yeah, it's kind of like Hades, or
Uh-huh.
is that the name of the game? Hades. And it's based on like oh god, it's been so long. Like I could easily just pull up the thing and remember, but um yeah, it was like a oh my god, I'm having a brain fart here. It's like a roguelike game, and you go down into dungeons and you get farther and farther as you die and come back and upgrade and go back in. And um yeah, it was pretty fun. The first game I ever played was, gosh, it was probably on a Nintendo, um like Duck Hunt or like Mario. Just it came with a few games, so those are
Oh,
probably
like
the
one of
first
those like
games.
multi-game like games. I think there was one back growing up. They had a cartridge, and I just remember it was like a whole bunch of like different sports games all in one. I remember that they had something like that, and then they had one for I think Mario as well, where you could
Hmm.
play different versions of Mario.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if they had that because like this is like the NES, like back
Oh
when it
yeah.
this is when it was a thing, like when it I'm that old, I guess I should say. Um, but yeah, just like all the games, they were so accessible and systems were cheap back then, and
Yeah, they really were.
it
I
was so
remember
fun
playing
before internet.
I remember seeing I think it was an Atari in my grandparents'
Yeah, we had an
house,
Atari. I remember that.
and I was just so confused. Like, I was so confused about what it was for, and then they finally showed me.
Yeah,
They were big Nintendo fans. I grew up playing video games with my grandparents, and they had Nintendo, and my dad had the Sega Saturn and everything like that. So, um, did have a oh, okay. So there was a Super Mario and Duck Hunt combo cart version.
I think I remember that. It even had like
Yeah.
a slash through the picture to show both games.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It did. It did. I remember that. Yes, I do remember that. I remember that because that's the one that my grandparents had. They had the actual gun for shooting the ducks.
Yeah, yeah, we
S-
had that.
So a lot of people when they do their streaming journey, and some people may not know this about you, but a lot of them focus on growth for themselves, but you focus on helping others grow. Where does that come from?
Uh-oh, I have ads on your stream. I should have subbed.
Oh,
Um,
it's okay. If they want to see the answer, they can subscribe.
oh, there you go.
Just
So
joking.
let's see. Okay, so that stemmed from like I referred to before when Nam Zombie helped me start streaming.
Mm-hmm.
That to me was so like priceless and so helpful because he's put me on this journey that I enjoy so much.
Mm-hmm.
So I think by like helping others like start that journey or complete these goals within that journey, that it to me it will give them the same feeling that I felt.
Speaking from experience, I can probably say it does. Um, when did the community side matter more than just playing the video games, though?
Um I don't know. I mean, like I enjoy doing both, but like I just feel like everyone needs that help. Like I wish cuz like when I started, like affiliate was even harder than
Yeah.
when you got affiliate, and even since when you got affiliate it's been easier since then.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
um but like it took me, I think it took me like 3 or 4 months to get affiliate
Mm-hmm.
because you needed that three average over like a 30-day span, no matter how much you streamed, not just per
Yep.
stream. So it took me a long time, and if it weren't for people like helping me achieve that and like showing me what really um what it really takes to push that limit, then I probably would have ended up giving up streaming just because I wouldn't get anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely was a lot harder. Uh I remember just trying to hit that average and just feeling so discouraged because you have the people per stream, but it's not equating to it. So let me ask you this, because speaking from a personal experience, I touched up on this a little bit. You are known for going out and kind of like scouting non-affiliates to try to help them raise or be raised to affiliate. Has this help ever backfired on you, or where the help was like not appreciated at all?
um yeah, I would say so. There was a couple of times where after all the help and stuff like that, they've just kind of gone their separate way, or I just get shadow banned and never see them again.
Oh
And
wow.
um people have their reasons to do what they do, and it is what it is, but I don't get bent over it, I guess. It's just not worth the time to stress about it.
Many other non-affiliates out there for you to help.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but I mean, it's not just that. Like I've made like some of my now best friends just from exploring, and you get more of a personalized experience when you have a small stream like that instead of these huge streamers where your message just washes away in the sea of comments,
Exactly.
and so it's more it's not like a more personable level.
I would have to agree. I think that's one thing that I really enjoy about being the size of a streamer that I am right now. You get to actually interact with all the people, and that's one thing that I really appreciated about you was that you would come, you would interact, and then when I came into your stream, you were very welcoming. And I think that's very important. Like, don't ever lose that, guys. Whenever you guys do get out there and you do get big, don't ever forget the people that talked to you in the beginning, and don't ever forget the people who have like worked with you and just stayed with you throughout that time, because that does build a sense of camaraderie and fellowship and community, and it just makes the experience so much more fun. Like I was telling everybody that um other than Zyga, you were there with me throughout the uh whole way in the beginning, and then we kind of did our own thing, but we always came back and said hi and talked with each other. So it's very important to, in my opinion, not to forget those kind of things, because you never know who what kind of relationships you're going to build from there.
Yeah, definitely.
Um so you put a huge emphasis on rating communities. Why is like sorry, let me rephrase. You put a huge emphasis on rating community members. Why is that such an important part to you?
um I guess, I mean, obviously I want to support the people that support me.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess I could find someone and raid them and you know meet new people, but I think I'd like to just return that favor too by rating the people that raid me and support me, and people's content I already enjoy that I know that my viewers would probably enjoy too. So I don't know, there's a little bit more trust.
I agree with that. I started sticking with just doing that myself as well, rating out to like people that are in my community or who I haven't rated to in a long time. And one of the biggest reason is because you don't know who like it's great to rate out to new people, but the problem is you don't know what kind of people you're going to leave your viewers with when you do that, especially if you've not watched their streams before. And also, they might just be ending, or they might be completely dismissive of the fact that they just had a whole bunch of people dropped in on them. So I do agree with that, where that trust within your own community, your people are going to be in good hands, and that they will at least be very responsive to the raid itself. So what made you decide early on to spotlight other stream? Well, actually, we already talked about this, I guess, with you getting that help from Non Zombie and then wanting to return that favor. So we could just disregard that question. Um, but you do often do a lot of community gaming. Do you prefer this over solo gaming?
um oh gosh, I love a good story game, but just streaming it with as little as I stream, it's so hard to finish a game like that.
Uh huh.
So I think just circumstantially that community games just kind of work better because whoever has the game, whoever wants to join, they can just jump in and
Mm-hmm.
make a whole party out of it. So it's just more convenient, I guess, to do community games.
That's really smart. I didn't think about it that way, because yeah, if you're doing a solo game, like a story game, like say Dragon Age, or Clair Obscur, Baldur's Gate 3, those kind of things, you'll never get it done in a timely manner if you're just reserving it for playing on stream. Like that's one thing that I am learning myself. um, so what is one of the most memorable community moments that you have had?
Um, I would say the event we did for Kidney for Izzy, who is like a community member that
Mm-hmm.
his name is
Yeah.
Palo, but he streams for basically to raise awareness because his daughter and his wife both need a kidney transplant.
Mm-hmm.
So secretly, a bunch of us put together a huge, like it was like 12 streamer collab or
Oh
something,
wow.
um, and just for the sole purpose of helping him raise awareness because he is a smaller streamer, so he only has a certain reach. So we kind of included our communities and had them tell their friends, and it just turned into this giant collab, like two streamed together teams of six, and everyone's communities jumping in these huge community games like Fortnite and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was amazing. Like all of us just had everyone that wanted to sub, like just throw subs at him and stuff like that. So financially, I'm sure it was,
That
any
was a really
financial help should
nice.
help. Yeah,
Yeah, because I do know Kidney for Izzy. I've actually
yeah. I'm gonna plug him really quick,
yes,
actually.
please, yes, please. I haven't been into many of his streams, but I am very grateful to have enjoyed a stream of his, and I think it's so important to have. I think I raided out to him at one point. I think we were all trying to do like a mass raid to him during one of his events, and I think it's very inspiring is what I'm trying to get at, trying to do something like that. Some people use the streaming platform for themselves to make, to make money for themselves, to earn a living, and then some are just doing it to raise awareness or to get help, because sometimes that help is harder to get outside of streaming. So everybody has their own different reasons for streaming, and I thought that was really, really awesome that you took that event on, because I did see the posts and everything for that. Um, but there's one moment in your streaming journey that I do have to bring up, and you're probably gonna roll your eyes or get sick of talking about it. The tarantula moment.
Oh yeah.
So tell us about that. What prompted that? How did that happen?
Well, that was 2 birthdays ago, and I just thought, like, because it was my 1,000 follower celebration. It was my 40th birthday, so I had to go big, like go big or go home, and
Right.
I think with something like that, I thought it was just kind of funny because I'm an exterminator, that it was just kind of a joke on top of the challenge too. So that's how it came down to that.
And so for the people who are new to your channel who weren't there for that, tell us what the challenge entailed.
I mean, basically, it was a sub goal. I think it was 100, yeah, 100 subs to
Hmm.
eat the tarantula, and sure enough, the community pulled together and made me eat it. So
What was going through your mind during that whole time of having to eat the tarantula?
I don't know, I was surprisingly like not intimidated, but it was definitely like out of the norm. So I was like excited, like I don't know about excited, but like kind of anxious
Oh
to do it.
gosh, I would be looking at this guy and just be like like this the whole moment, just have the guy in my hand and just be like, I don't know if I can do this to you. That
That's
I
what the
think
people want. People love watching you suffer.
I think I would just I would cry. I
Yeah,
would
well, since
cry.
then, this past January, I did a scorpion, and
Oh, did you?
yeah, it was a big one too. And I would say that was grosser than the tarantula, to be honest. But
Like, did you actually like
um,
bite into it? Was it a live one?
yeah, well, no, it's not live. It was freeze dried, but
Oh, okay.
um, yeah, I'm not gonna do a live one, no way. Um, but yeah, like that was the same 100 sub goal, and
Uh-huh.
this year the goal was hit in the first 11 minutes of stream. So I
Oh,
was like, oh
wow.
great, here we go. Like this is they remember the late year before, so I think they were just going for it.
Chaos agents, we are not eating tarantulas or scorpions on no, never gonna happen. I will stick to my sour candy challenge that I could barely get through, and maybe even a spicy gummy bean challenge, whatever that thing is. Not doing scorpions. No.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you gonna
kind
do
of trying to figure out how to top that, to be honest. I'm not
a
sure what I'm
snake?
gonna do. Oh god, I don't know. Snake meat I've heard tastes pretty good. So
Probably. Probably. So, can you tell us what it was like? I mean, obviously you had the tarantula moment of that, but what was it like actually finally hitting that 1,000 follower mark and now being close to 3,000 followers?
the 1,000 was huge. I just couldn't fathom it. I couldn't wrap my head around that because, like I said, like when I started streaming, it was a very long journey from the beginning to 1K. Uh, it took three and a half years
It's a long
to hit
time.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and since then, so that was my 1K birthday celebration last January, not this previous one. And so now since last January, I'm now getting,
Yeah.
closing in on 3K, and it's been a lot faster. But yeah, that first 1,000 was a grind.
Do you think that once you hit 1,000 followers, it just kind of falls in like it just goes because you mentioned that it went by a lot faster. Do you think that that's kind of a normal thing where you just don't even see it hitting beyond the 1,000 and next thing you know you're at 2,000, now you're at 3,000 out of nowhere?
Yeah, I don't know if just hitting the 1,000 is what did it, because there was a lot of factors. Like that's also the time that I had this VTuber like come to life, and then
Mhm.
also I had been through a couple of communities that um, were pretty big, and that kind of boosted me as well. But just being able to network in those communities was very helpful because all the streamers were in one spot, like fish in a barrel kind of thing. And
Right.
not that I'm like shooting fish in a barrel, but it was just a lot easier to network with streamers when they're all in one place. So
And that's a very good point that you bring up. For those of you just trying to start out with streaming, the biggest part about building a community is networking, and I am terrible at that. I will be honest. Like I used to be able to sit in people's streams, and then I got in trouble at work, so now I can't sit in people's streams like I used to. And then by the time I get home, I'm now streaming myself. So it's been really hard, and I do believe that that definitely greatly affects you. It affects whether people invite you to do collabs with them, and it affects people actually coming to your stream. So networking is a very important part of the whole streaming aspect. If you're bad at networking, just know it's going to be a long road for you.
yeah, definitely. That's probably one thing I wish I knew sooner was how big networking is to your
Yeah.
growth. Yeah.
And by the way, I love that your VTuber's like putting his hand on
Oh yeah.
your chin and stuff. I think that's so cool. So, do you remember who your first big collab was and who rated you first?
um I don't know. Collabs for me have been big when there's just lots of people in it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of my big collabs have been with my stream team,
Mm-hmm.
the tavern, and so I don't know if I've necessarily like streamed with a big streamer before.
Mm-hmm.
At least one with like more than like 100 viewers or something. But my biggest raid was from someone named Icy Scorpy, who actually I met when they
Yes.
were like before affiliate and helped
Love
them.
Icy.
Yeah, I helped them just the same way I helped everyone else. And now, come her birthday, she had a partner streamer raid her, so she had like 600 or 700 people in her stream, and she wanted not to just raid anyone. So she was like, "Does anyone want to go live?" And I was like, "You know what? Screw it! Like, let's just do it." So I went live, and she raided me, and that was like the most people I've had in my stream was like 600 something.
You know, and it's sorry, I don't know what's going on out there. It sounds like the animals are going crazy. um, but no, Claudia and Icy, I met through you. Both wonderful people. Um, yeah, I just rated Icy maybe like the last time or the time before that I was streaming. I haven't been able
Yeah.
to stream a whole lot, but yeah, no, she's amazing. She's great, and I think she's doing Dark Souls run right now. Yeah, definitely
She
check out
is,
Icy
and
Scorpy.
like I feel so bad because like I'm like every time I'm laying in bed, like I see her live notification go on. I'm like, oh man,
Yeah, you want to
like I
go
have
in.
to sleep because I literally have to be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. But
Oh gosh. So we talked about you streaming your work. What do you how do you feel the activity is like when it comes to chat when you do those real life streams? Like do you notice more of a, for lack of a better word, buzz than when you're gaming?
uh, it really hits differently. Like it's a totally different niche. It's also like a much shorter stream, like 20, 30 minutes tops.
Mm-hmm.
It's during the day when I don't normally stream, and so I think it just it serves a different purpose. But like the work that I do, I feel like is very interesting, and so I feel like I like to share that sometimes. And it seems to show in chat, like people are just freaking out when they see all the bees going crazy and stuff. So,
Have you ever gotten like stung by one?
oh yeah, countless times I've lost count.
I'm
Um,
like, I think they say that the reason why they're considered killer bees is because they just don't stop stinging you. Like they keep going. Is that?
that's a common misconception. It's
Oh, okay.
so they sting just like normal bees. They have the same amount of venom, everything like that. But what makes them more dangerous is the amount of stings that you'll receive, because like in with normal honeybees, like they'll send some bees at you, whereas the killer bees, like the whole hive that anyone can sting, will just go after you, and not just go after you, but like chase you, and they'll even like hover above water to wait for you and stuff like that. So they're just much more aggressive.
Oh my god. So they modeled the bees in Minecraft after killer bees. Literally, I remember being on Minecraft and like I actually hit a bee, and next thing you know, the bees are just like chasing me and hovering over the water, and I'm waiting for them to leave me alone. Yeah.
Right.
No, that's insane. Oh my gosh, I got stung by a bee when I first moved into my new home. I was working in the garden, and like I said, I'm petrified of bees. I will literally like freeze, let it go, and on its merry way before I even take a breath. And I got stung by a bumblebee like 5 or 6 times because it got stuck in my shirt.
Oh yeah.
It was I gosh. So getting stung by a killer bee, probably my worst nightmare ever.
Yeah, oh yeah, the bumblebees, they can sting multiple times. They have like a smoother stinger so it doesn't get stuck in you.
Yeah. Oh
But they're
gosh.
also like solitary, so you don't have to worry about a bunch of them chasing you.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's very true. So, talking about working with bees, have you considered, um, have you considered actually doing like a episodic series of working with the bees?
I wouldn't say so because the it's so sporadic. Like when I get a call for bees, or the time of year is also dependent on like
Mm-hmm.
when they're active. So it's not consistent enough to like probably do that. But um, yeah, whenever there's the opportunity, I'll do that.
I think that would be really fun to see, at least especially like on YouTube, because then you can like upload them and just, yeah. So, new streamers often struggle with what to stream next, or if they should go niche. And some let chat decide. Do you make your own schedule or does chat usually choose that for you?
Uh I'm probably the most inconsistent streamer I know. Like it's pretty much what's available or what I want I feel like doing. Just I don't know, it's so hard for me to make plans. Like even this morning I was late for this, and that was not planned at all. So it's a bit too chaotic for me to make a schedule. I would love to, but it just doesn't fit for me.
And sorry guys if it's a bit they are having a blast out there. So what advice would you give to new streamers who are wanting to collab with others?
I would say do it. Like I mean, it's just so much opportunity to grow, and then
Mhm.
also having fun with people. I wouldn't say like make your content around that, but definitely do it once in a while because it's exciting and you bring people together, and
I agree.
yeah, it's worth it, I think.
Some things to always like to watch out for obviously is making sure that the person that you're collabing with is going to be healthy, for lack of a better way of putting it, for you and your community as well.
Hmm.
Don't ever put yourself in a situation where obviously the person that you're collabing with or asking to collab with, you're not, you guys don't vibe well. It just doesn't make for a very fun stream. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've only streamed with friends really. I don't think I've streamed with strangers before, but um Sometimes there'll be strangers, like other, friends of friends in
Can
there and
can
stuff.
you?
And
I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
oh, you're fine.
I don't know if they heard me. They were. It was getting a bit rowdy out there. So let me ask you something, and this is kind of a controversial topic. Some streamers do not appreciate self promoting during stream. What are your thoughts about this as a streamer who is all about community?
Um, I think I think that can be taken too seriously because on Twitch, like I would say, no matter what community you're in, at least half the people in those that chat are also streamers, and
Right.
it's we're all in this together. There's not really a reason to be against each other for it. So I don't know. I'm pro promotion. I think there's a time and place to do it though. Like there's an etiquette to it.
Agreed.
I mean, obviously, you don't want someone in your chat like, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to live stream right now, so see you guys later." Oh, like that. That's kind of like fishing for people, But it's okay to be a streamer. It's okay for people to know that.
Yeah, I've seen some extreme cases where like the streamer does not appreciate you even mentioning the fact that you're a streamer or that you did stream. I'm really sorry. It just makes it very hard for me to hear when they get
No,
loud like
it's
that.
okay.
Yeah, no, so as I was saying, it's very hit or miss on how the streamer is going to react when it comes to self promoting. It's always good to ask somebody if it's okay to self promote. Like myself, I'm okay with it because as you said, um everybody is a streamer for the most part on Twitch. Like majority of the people that I run into are also streamers or starting out as streamers. And you also have people who are, they have their events. If someone's about to go live, I'm okay with them telling me that they're about to because then they're telling me why they're leaving and I can go ahead and read out to them. I don't appreciate if that's the only thing they talk about. If you are just coming in and lurking and then saying that, that's not actually like engaging with either me or the community as a whole. You're just telling people, hey, I'm going streaming, come see me. I would much rather you at least engage with at least somebody in the community before you start, just talking about streaming. So I do agree with you. There is a certain etiquette to it. There's a certain way to
Yeah.
go about it. Um, so some streamers you've met along the way, you mentioned you've helped get to affiliate. Is there one that stands out to you the most?
Mm, yeah, I think so. Her name is Wild Hornberry. She was rated into me like I have to say like maybe 4 years ago. Like it was just some random raid. I was just happened to play the same game as they were, and she wasn't even the person that raided me. She was part of the community that raided
Right.
me, and like she's just an amazing human being, and I'm so glad that I've met her. But she's just been around that long and for years now. So back at the end of last year, she finally decided like I think I want to start streaming. I was like, let's do this. Like we got her affiliate in 4 streams flat. Like
Oh, wow.
yeah, I just told her how to do anything and everything, and now she's like even taking it beyond that and like learning on her own and making her stream her own, and it's just like I knew she would be a good streamer.
Yeah,
It's just
she's so sweet too. I've seen her around and we've talked here and there. I unfortunately haven't been able to catch any of her streams. Like I do see when she goes live, but I
mhm.
actually haven't actually been able to interact in her streams or like collab with her, but she's so sweet. She's one of the nicest streamers that I've at least engaged with.
Yeah, I knew since I first met her that her personality needs to be known, and so I've been hinting and kind of nudging at her to like start, and now years later she's like finally started. I was like, let's do. I was like so ready, like
Yes.
let's do this.
Oh, I'm so glad that you did that because she really is amazing. So, will you play a multitude of games? Which game do you think gave you the most viewers or activity?
Uh, Definitely Peak and Repo. Like that's just community and clip galore. It's just clip farm, and it it's good times. Like
I've
you can't go
not
wrong with that.
I've not fully finished a round of Peak. I think I've gone on the first or second mountain and that's it.
Oh, I've finished 54 times, I think.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane. I didn't
It's
even
like
know
literally
they had
100% of the game.
what? I didn't even know you had that much time in the game. I thought it was just like, wow, that isn't I'm going to have to join Peak with you one day.
Definitely. I can be a tour guide.
So, which kind of streams do you think reveal the realist version of Burt's Bees?
Hmm, I don't know. I think, I mean, I try to reflect that in any of them.
Mhm.
I'm not, I don't know. I've never really looked at it that way. I, I think the different kinds of streams I do kind of show different angles of who I am, I guess. So it kind of completes the picture. But I don't know. I just try to be myself. That's probably one important thing too. Like going back to the tips for new people, new streamers, just be yourself. Like it's
Yes.
too tiring and too problematic to try to be something else. Just like people will like you for who you are, and that's more rewarding.
I agree. Yeah, be very authentic. And obviously, you don't want to put too much of yourself out there if you're a private person, but being private doesn't also mean being someone you're not. Um, it's completely okay to be an authentic version of yourself instead of, trying to separate who you are from who you are as a streamer by creating a whole new like separate persona. Like just be yourself because eventually it gets tiring and it wears on you. So we've talked about you playing story games, and unfortunately, just due to your schedule, you're not able to play story games as much as you like. But
Hmm.
do you, when you do play, do you have like a default class or race, and do you create a character based on you, or just go full on headcanon?
I let the character creator kind of lead me, I guess. Like
Mm-hmm.
it can end up in so many different ways. I think I do prefer like a dwarf class if a game has that,
Uh-huh.
um, or race, I should say. As for class, I either do like just full heavy armor from head to toe, or like a casting class of some sort. I tend to lean away, I think, from like the roguish or ninja kind of
Yeah,
route.
like the stealthy.
Yeah, I like to either be in the face or just nuking.
That's funny because I am very much like I like to be a little bit of everything. So, which is why I love Skyrim because you can be a little bit of everything. But like in games like Dragon Age, I usually default to like at least like medium armor or like rogue types or like
Hmm.
dual wielding. Like I don't know why. I just like being able to get in there fast and like get out.
Yeah,
So,
I can respect that.
do you do you have a game that you just absolutely refuse to play?
Mm, I'd say Dead by Daylight. Uh,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't.
Why?
Well, I'm not knocking on it or anything. It's just I cannot. It does not hold my interest at all. I just cannot sit there and watch it, let alone play it. I know a lot of people play it and stuff like that, but
So it's not
it's
because of you're
definitely
scared.
no. That's not a scary game at all.
So, are there ever any moments where y- energy is just so low that you can change, like, that you end up changing your plan for stream, like at the last moment?
I mean, I've had to cancel streams for that. Like I said, like I've worked like 60 hours a week, and there's just so many things I have to do in between,
Mm-hmm.
even at work, just to try to get everything done. So if it's just getting too late and I'm too tired, too exhausted, then sometimes I'll cancel. But I try not to. It feels so bad because I only stream once a week, basically.
Yeah.
So I really try not to do that because if I do cancel a stream, that means I go 2 weeks without a stream, so
Yeah, I
it
definitely know
hurts.
what you mean. This whole first half of the year has been really like really hard for me as a stream. Like I used to stream Monday, like from Sunday through Saturday. I was streaming every single day and every single night after work, and it does get really, really tiring. And I do want to get back to that because I really enjoyed it. But at the same time, you do have to, yeah, you have to take in consideration yourself. Stream when you can, not when you have to. Like stream when you can. Um, so is there a person in the world that you would just absolutely love to collab with that you haven't collabed with yet?
Oh my gosh.
It
I
could
don't
be anybody, anybody in the world.
anybody. I don't know. Like I think maybe maybe like just for one day, like a huge streamer, just to kind of like try those shoes on and see what it's like,
Yeah.
like maybe Iron Mouse, for example, like
Oh wow, yeah, that'd
um
be a cool
th-
one.
yeah, well their story and their journey is just something to admire too. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's why I would pick them, I guess.
And what are your thoughts on subathons and community giveaways? Like, when do you think it's appropriate to have these type of events?
Giveaways I think are fine, like whenever you can, you know, afford it or whenever, like there's not
Yeah.
really a limit to a giveaway, but uh subathons, like I've only done two, and that was my birthday and my last birthday, so I find it hard for me to ask for subs, I guess, even if there's goals involved, even if I benefit from it. I don't want people to feel obligated to spend money to hang out.
Yeah, I'm glad you and I agree on that. I find it very, very hard to ask for those subs. Like even when it
Yeah.
comes to like, oh, when people tell me, "Oh, I'm stuck in ads," and I'm like, "Oh, you could totally fix that by subbing with your Prime or Twitch Turbo." Like even that is like
Mhm.
really hard for me to ask. So, if people really enjoy your content and they have it, they will. Um, because I've not had a subathon. I've been streaming for at least 3 years now, and I've yet to have one because I'm just that like nervous about asking to do one.
Yeah, I mean, the first subathon I had for my birthday 2 birthdays ago, that was about 3 years after I started streaming, so it's about the same time frame. Um, but yeah, if I do end up having a subathon, I try to make it worth every penny. So that's kind of what also leads to those crazy goals like the tarantula and stuff.
I may have to ask you for some goal ideas if I ever do something like that.
Definitely.
So, for those of you, like for those interested in becoming a streamer, what are some realistic expectations they should have going into collabs and streaming as a whole?
Um, I would say if you're gonna stream, do it for fun. If you go into this expecting to make money, you're gonna be sorely disappointed.
Yeah, yes. Because your hands are in the hands of the chat. And if chat is not vibing, you're not going to get that money at
Yeah, I mean,
all.
some people that it works for them, and they get tons of subs or whatever the case may be. But it's even if you do get a lot, it's not stable enough in my opinion, really. And I already have a day job, so that's just not what I what I stream for.
Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the stream, we all have our own little like rituals. What does your after stream look like?
After stream, I mean, definitely get the raid out, and then immediately I let them know, I'm gonna switch to my phone. I'm gonna step away for a minute, and they're like, okay, and feel free to de-stream, which I think is a great message for people to say too. Is like, don't feel obligated to be here. Go ahead and de-stream and stuff like that. That's a
Yeah,
good
decompress.
thing because I mean, streaming is already like there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So it's it's definitely draining, I guess, and you want people to step away and take a breath. So I do that. I'll jump on my phone just to get that lurk back in, but I shut everything off on my PC, turn it off. I don't even like go back into VODs or look at clips that were made and stuff. Like, just that can be done another day. So
Yeah, exactly.
you definitely
So
got to just turn it off.
speaking of the chaos, how do you handle chaos when things go wrong during stream?
Um, I don't know. Like, it's funny you say that because, like, I feel like I'm kind of lucky in that sense that
Mm-hmm.
not many like things have gone wrong, but it's very rare on my stream.
Knock on wood.
So like I do have mods, but I never expect them to do anything. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're modded because I trust them, and if something were to happen, they can take it upon themselves to do something. But I think I've only asked once for like someone to step in and like actually mod because it was going to be such a big stream. And um yeah, I don't know. I think just having the presets like Seribot and having your buttons to put up guard mode on your stream and stuff like that you should just be aware. That's like it's like knowing where the fire extinguisher is, like
Yeah,
it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
agreed. Yeah, I still need to get like a streamer bot or something like that, like to work on my stream. So yeah, I
Hmm.
definitely taking notes here. So, what are some things that about streaming that you wish others told you when you first started versus having to learn it on your own?
Um, the networking, like that is so important. If you want to like grow or at least hit affiliate, you need to know some people, or like even if you're just starting out and you don't know people, like have your friends or family like ask them to pull a tab up for you, like but there's the other side of that too, where if you're new to streaming and new to Twitch or whatever, then you don't know like what things make a difference. You're just not aware
Right.
of that yet.
You just kind of
um
white knuckle it and hope everything goes according to
mhm.
plan.
Yeah, and that was my case too. Like I hardly had ever been on Twitch before I started streaming, so I didn't know what it took. I think that contributed to how long it took for me to get affiliate,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, definitely it takes a village. That's basically what it comes down to.
So, are there like certain like topics or territories you will not cross into when it comes to blending personal life with your streamer life because you already show your work. But
Hmm.
is there like certain things that you don't talk about or go into? Because I know some people will like put out even their whole family and all the way to their everyday problems. What about you? Like, is that something that you dive into, or is that something you keep separate?
Um, I mean, for problems, I think that's something that should be in private. It's okay to have problems and stuff, but I think there's a time and a place to talk about that, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't think stream is that. Maybe if you're like doing a subathon or like trying to raise money for something, like your car broke down or you need a new
Yeah,
PC, that's totally fine. But like the drama aspect or like just stuff like that should be not on stream. I
agreed.
also don't include politics. Like I'm totally okay with people having their opinion and supporting whoever they want to support, but I don't think video gaming and hanging out with friends is the time and place to like argue about that, I guess.
Yeah, no, save
Um,
that for Thanksgiving dinner.
yeah, I mean, it's just an open door for arguments too, So it's just it'll ruin the mood. It'll change the tone. So I just don't think it's necessary to talk about.
No, I agree. I'm the same way. I try to keep religion and politics. I'm a very welcoming person and I'm very open to everything. So
Yeah, me
when I
too.
when I see people going in and like instigating these kind of topics or problems, I'll immediately shut it down because not just for the safety of my community, but also for their safety as well. Some people go into these things, thinking it's okay or thinking that, there's nothing wrong with how they view things, and they are just as affected by people attacking them, for their opinion as we are for their opinions and attacking it. So we're all human. And so I just, for everybody's safety, we just kind of leave that out the door. So I appreciate
Yeah.
that. So do you think it's generally important to keep some parts of yourself separated from your streaming self with all that being said?
Mm, like I think those things make you who you are. So like it's okay to like have opinions, I guess, but
Mhm.
it's I just don't think it's the time and place to discuss those things,
Yeah,
so
all about timing. So, what is some aftercare you recommend streamers to try once they hit end live?
Um, I mean, step away from the PC. You've already been in front of it for hours. Like, you need to just disconnect.
Go touch
Um,
grass or
yeah,
something.
I mean, yeah, like you should be making content and posting on other platforms and whatever, but that can wait. And you also want to kind of look at those things with a fresh pair of eyes. Um,
Yes.
you don't want to do it like you just created this entire VOD. Like you don't want to sit there and watch it all over again to make more content and stuff. So
No,
yeah, I
that's
would
so
say just
smart.
break away from the PC after.
So, do you ever give up your off days to stream? Like, say, there's a day that you don't normally stream on. Have you ever given up that day to go ahead and stream?
Yeah, absolutely. If I have the opportunity, I'll do it for sure. Just because I don't get that opportunity often.
And what are some of the best improvements you've made for stream aside from your
Mm,
your avatar?
that was right where my head went to. Um,
I was reading your mind.
yeah, exactly. Well, besides that, just all the little buttons and whistles and bells and stuff that I've added just kind of all come together. Um, all the extensions like Tangia and just everything, like every little piece is like an ingredient to a dish, you know? So it's just
Hmm.
you should always be improving on that and not just be satisfied with what you have. There's always something else you can do.
Do you think it's important for streamers to consistently level up their stream, or is it a matter of personal taste?
Yeah, I mean that kind of leads back to like the previous question, I guess, but like for me, I think the stream is always a work in progress. Like you should
Hmm.
never be just done. Um I think there's a point where you can do a bunch of streams without having to change anything, but like, if you're constantly watching other people, you'll get new ideas and there's different things you can do. So you should at least keep that in mind that you can do more or change something.
Do you have, and this is not part of the questions, but do you have a an equipment upgrade recommendation you always recommend new streamers to have done first?
I would say what matters the most, even over a camera, is the microphone. Like,
Yes.
um,
Thank you.
it's okay to be like a little bit blurry on your camera, but like sound quality is huge. And like even after you get that microphone, you should be tweaking it so it sounds like amazing on stream.
Agreed. Yeah. There's nothing worse than getting into a stream and then all you hear is like
Yeah, well, not even that. Like, let's say you're collabing together with someone. If their mics are louder than yours and you don't have a camera, you don't know who the star of the show is. Like, if it's a new
Exactly.
viewer coming in, you have no idea who's.
There's been
You know,
times where I've had to tell friends like, "Hey, it's your stream that I'm watching. They are louder than you. I
hmm
need you to turn yourself up." Like I've had to do that before. So, before we go into our blitz round, does chat have any questions? And do you have any new projects or events you'd like to share with your community that you haven't already shared?
mm, nothing in specific. I mean, next month, like I mentioned, is 5 years, so I'm probably gonna have to plan something for that. But uh, I don't really have anything in specific.
Okay, and does chat have any questions? I'll give you guys a minute to put in your questions into chat. And if not, we'll go into the blitz round, which Bert's will have 30 seconds to answer either this or that. It cannot be neither, and it cannot be something other than what is uh
Oh no.
in the questions. Yeah, you have to answer. And they guys, we've been watching chat. I appreciate you guys being so respectful and just being so kind. And thank you guys so much for the follows. I really do appreciate it. And if you're in my chat, don't forget to do the Bert's Beehive check-in, please. Let's give Bert some community love.
Yeah.
All right. But what guys got you into streaming? Oh, Travi just asked. He may have not been here for the beginning. But what was it that got you into streaming?
I just thought it was pretty cool. Like, I don't know, I was playing games already, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to just play games and have people watch me too. There was nothing really like that monumental that made me decide to. I just thought it was a fun thing to do.
So that's a funny thing because that's the same way for me. I just decided, you know what? I already enjoy playing video games. Let's go ahead and, I mean, let's see, why not? It was actually Cal's idea, really. He kept telling me, you should be a streamer, you should be a streamer, and I was like, okay, whatever. Well, we'll go live. Soundin from my chat has asked, what sort of setup do you have for your V2 model, and who made it, and what programs do you use for it?
Setup like what do you mean like a setup?
What program did you use for?
Oh, I use VTube Studios. It's like a free program, so why not?
And did you make the model or did somebody else make it for you?
No, I actually had it commissioned. Hold on one sec. Let me see if I can find the link for her. I haven't seen them in a while, so I'm not sure if they're still streaming anymore or even in business. Oops.
Yeah, so you should totally become a VTuber, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely am behind that too. Like it has its benefits. Damn, I don't remember the command I had for the shout out
It's
for
okay
this
if you
person.
remember it. You can always link it later. But let's go ahead and get into the blitz round. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, 30 seconds to ask these questions. Hold on, let me get my timer. Or answer. I'm sorry. I said ask. I meant answer. Okay. Horror or cozy?
Horror, I'd say.
Uh, Pingtuber or sorry, VTuber or Facecam?
VTuber.
Solo stream or community night?
Community night for sure.
Late night stream or early grind?
Late night, I guess.
Chaotic chat or chill lurkers?
Chaotic.
One long RPG or multiple short games?
Long game.
Jump scares or slow psychological horror?
Jump scare.
Controller or PC?
PC. Mouse and keyboard.
Raid out or get raided?
Raid out.
Tight community or massive audience?
Tight community.
Clutch win or hilarious fail with chat?
Hilarious fail for sure.
Teamwork or betrayal?
Teamwork. Some people might disagree on that.
Trick shots or pure sabotage?
Sabotage.
You carry the community or the community carries you?
Community carries me.
Play fair or lean into chaos?
Chaos.
One chaotic game all night or rotate games consistently?
One game.
Voice chat screaming or silent focus mode?
Voice chat screaming.
Okay. Which game brings out the worst in your community?
Oh man. Peak, I think.
Hero or morally gray?
Hero.
Romance storyline or ignore it completely?
Romance.
Spend hours on character creation or skip it?
Hours on character creation.
Save everyone or let the consequences happen.
Save everyone.
Replay for different endings or one perfect run.
One perfect run.
Honey or beeswax.
Honey.
Light gold honey or dark and rich.
Light golden honey.
Spring honey or late season honey.
Spring honey.
Favorite thing about working with bees.
It's exhilarating.
Least favorite part of working with the bees.
Sweating.
Sunrise hive checks or late afternoon inspections.
Sunrise.
One hive or multiple hives.
Multiple.
One sting or multiple stings.
Multiple.
Gloves or bare hands.
Gloves.
Quick inspections or slow methodical ones.
Quick inspection.
Do you trust your instincts or routine more?
Instincts.
What's the closest call you've had with a bee going sideways?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question?
What's the closest call you've had with basically working with the killer bees?
God, they can go sideways so fast. If you like alert them before you're ready, then they go everywhere. And then you also have neighbors and people walking by and people who want to come close and see the bees, even though they know it's bees.
Does the bee hat stay on?
Yes.
Oh, Nize asked, Bert, what's your favorite jump scare horror game?
Jump Scare Witch's Doll. That was my first horror game, and I had asked a very seasoned horror friend streamer to give me their most scariest recommendation, and that's what they gave it to me, and I do not regret it. It definitely put me in my place.
And what is
So,
it called?
Witch's Doll.
Witch's Doll. Oh gosh, yeah, that sounds like a bad idea. Okay, guys, we have come to the end of our podcast, Berts. Thank you so much for joining me. I know we jumped in a bit on the chaotic side and we had to speed run the questions a little more than we normally do. I'm getting ready to hit the road to Michigan. I will not be back until Friday, so my next stream will be hopefully Friday. But Birds, what about you? Will you be streaming later today or?
I don't think so. I got quite a few things to do, and I think this can constitute as my stream for the week. As much as I would stream all day every day if I could, but it's just not possible for me. So,
That's perfectly okay. So, with that being said, because you are my guest of honor, you get to be the one who chooses who we raid out to.
oh, okay. Here, let me pull up my list here. I'm looking. I'm looking. I was going through the people I follow using Wisebot, and I have 1,500 people I follow, and I've already cleared that list of people that don't stream anymore or things like that. So I get notifications like crazy on my phone.
Oh gosh, yeah, I've had to turn off my notifications um because of the amount of anxiety I was getting with all the alerts.
Hmm.
Um I do also have to go through and just remove people. I'm kind of at max people I can follow.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Oh, thank you for the follow, princess. I'm looking still. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we do Overwatch or should we do GTA?
Oh, that's a good choice. Overwatch or GTA?
Or we can say it like PNG tuber or flesh tuber.
We got one for GTA, one for Overwatch. Flesh tuber or pink tuber, guys? Essa said she was first. So, honestly, I say GTA personally.
Okay. So the person we were rating is, drum roll please. Let's see, Mandy Red Rose. I actually made her PNG
Okay, perfect.
on my phone.
All right, guys, I'm going to get my my raid message going. I think it's raid 2 if you're a follower only. Raid 1 if you're a subscriber. So you're
I'll
gonna
do the same.
it's gonna look like this. And for some reason mine doesn't always work, so I'm just gonna show you what it should look like. And then we'll go ahead and raid out on your count. Okay, I'm gonna hit start raid and you just tell me when to raid in.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready when you
Okay,
are.
I'm starting mine. Oh. Is yours is yours done? Like ready to go?
Yep, I'm ready to go.
All right, let's do this.
All right, bye guys. Thanks for
Bye.
coming.
Thank you.